Welcome back to our little world here. I'm glad you guys liked the forge that we built last episode. I think the details really make it. And, adding a bit of story as to why we had to build it. That was fun. Oh, there we go. The rain's stopping. It's so nice being here. I really do love our world that we're building. It's just a peaceful, beautiful escape for me. And I think for a few of you too. Life is anything but consistent, right? So it's just nice to be able to come here to this little world of peace. Anyway. So, I think it's kind of around this time every year where the days get shorter and everything's a lot colder and slower. I think my mood tends to drop. And I know that could be a thing, a very real thing. I'm sure it affects many of you guys too. And the joys and the sunshine of summer and spring kind of left. What we are left with was the cold, dark days, And they can be cozy. They can definitely be cozy, but yeah, I think us humans are we're kind of subject to the greater powers than us, right? Whatever you believe, even if you believe nothing, there are definitely more powerful things than little humans. And so much affects us that we may or may not be aware of. And yeah, the changing seasons, I have a feeling they affect me. My optimism and my drive kind of slows down a gear or two. But that's okay. Thankfully, I've made myself a very calming, relaxing Minecraft channel. So it almost doesn't matter if I am a bit slower. Perhaps it's even beneficial. My voice comes down and slows down. Maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, it feels like it's been a while since I've had a real chat about real things with you guys. I feel like I used to do it maybe a little bit more, but I think recently I've just been focused more on trying to tell the story, progress the world, build interesting things for you guys, and progress the story too. Oh no, the words have left me. I'm trying to make it interesting. I'm trying to keep people invested. Make Okay, well, I don't think what I was trying to say was particularly important there, but basically it feels quite good to have a real chat with you guys again. As much as I love trying to tell a story worth investing in with this world, I'm also me, a real person with real feelings and problems and moods and everything that comes along with being a human. And I guess so are you guys, right? I think it's almost inevitable sometimes, especially as channels grow and the numbers get bigger and bigger, to forget that the people behind the numbers are also people. And they also feel things and they have their own problems, and yeah, we're all people. I don't think that's a particularly deep thing to say, but it's also very true, isn't it? We're all just people. Anyway, enough of that. I think that's my fill. That's my fill of real chat. I didn't really say anything important. So between episodes, I have just been digging. That's what I felt like doing. I didn't feel like building or creating or designing anything for future episodes. I just wanted to dig. I've said it before. It just has such a soothing aspect to it. Just mindlessly digging. Put on a podcast or something on in the background to listen to, as I'm sure some of you do with my videos, which is perfect. That's absolutely perfect. And just dig. So yeah, I've cleared out almost all of the podzol on this island and started digging all this dirt, but I have hit a snag. I've run out of storage. Our little house is now full of chests and barrels, and I've run out of space. So I think perhaps we might need to do something about that. Also, I wanted to clear this lava lake with our lava sucking machine, but the tank is full. Everything's just filling up. So perhaps whilst we're increasing the storage capacity of our home, maybe some big lava tanks to offload all this lava that we're sucking up from the world into. Maybe that would be a good addition too. But I think right now I'm just going to dig a little bit more. Okay. So we have this space under the big tree. It's kind of a cave, but not really. Just a tunnel under the dirt that leads out into the side of this hill. So potentially this would be a good area for some kind of storage. We can dig into the wall maybe, or build some kind of building here that would kind of match the style of our home. Yeah. And then we could add the big lava tanks and the dirt storage. Because yeah, look, it's full. It's just full of pods, so I need somewhere to put this, and there's no space left in the house. So let me clear some space. Well, I'm kind of getting a sense of something. I put some beams up just to show that the ground above is being supported in some way. And then I think we need some kind of building just coming out slightly from the hill to match this. And my idea for the lava storage, if we have some tanks, some huge high capacity fluid tanks, and then a pipe that leads from the lava machine, which is normally parked here, under the ground all the way to the tanks. So when we bring the lava machine home, yeah, I've started digging holes. I don't know how big these tanks can be, but two huge tanks set into the wall should be plenty. And yeah, connect it with a pipe. Okay, let's have a look at these fluid tanks from Create. I'm gonna need a bunch of copper if we're gonna have huge tanks. But yeah, let's have a look. So hold W to ponder. Fluid tanks can be used to store large amounts of fluid. Okay, yeah, and then you suck it out with mechanical pumps. Pipe networks can push and pull fluids from any side. Yeah. Nice, so we're going to need some pumps. The contained fluid can be measured by a comparator. Oh, so maybe some cannot be taken out manually. Oh, so we're going to need, like, if I ever want to take a bucket of lava, I'm going to need a basin and a spout. Okay, well, we can incorporate that. That would be pretty cool. And then how big can they be? Up to 3 blocks wide. Okay. Oh, and grow in height by more than 30 additional layers. Oh, so they can be huge. 30 layers high. Okay, well then I'll dig these holes even further down so that we can fit the max size tanks in. And then there'll be plenty of storage for a good while. Okay, so the tanks are in. And they're pretty big. Let me go and grab the engineer's goggles and we can have a look at the capacity. Because you need the goggles on to be able to see the technical details from the Create mod. Like stress units and power and stuff. But yeah, they look pretty cool in there. 2 huge copper tanks. There we go. Capacity 2 million. 2 million millibuckets. So that, I think that's 2,000 buckets. 2,000 buckets of lava each. And what's this tank? This is only 227 buckets. And then the idea here, I'm going to have some kind of, because I've already dug a hole down, dug a tunnel, have a pipe that connects directly to it. Let's go down this ladder. Yeah, see, I've already dug this tunnel. And of course, I had to decorate it because you can't just have a plain dirt tunnel. But yeah, connect a pipe up to the lava sucking machine, all through here, and connect it to the tanks. And then I've dug out a bit of a space to put some water wheels to power the pumps because I think this is too long of a pipe for one pump. So we'll have a pump at each end, one here and one at the end, and then that should do the whole length from the sucker machine to the tanks. So yeah, that's how that will work. Down through the ground into the tanks. And we'll add some kind of spout and basin for taking lava in and out. In this little space here, I think. That could look cool. But I better get to doing all that. Go and get more copper because I've used loads on those tanks. Get all the things I'm going to need to build the building, the storage. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to overshadow our house. Something kind of squat and low that is about as high as this hill. And it can just kind of merge into the hillside here. So you could almost walk on the roof. Just so it doesn't overshadow the house. It's more of just an extension. You know, like a side storage area. Yeah, I think it'll look pretty cool. Nice addition to our home. Yeah, I like this. I think it ties the whole area in together quite nicely. It doesn't overshadow the main building. But yeah, so I've installed the spout so we can pull out lava buckets when we need to. And I checked the wiki, and you could actually make the tanks slightly bigger than we had. So I've done that. And added a drain. So any lava buckets we find maybe in chests in the world, we can just bring them here and drain them. And up here, I've added the storage that we so desperately need. Just a bunch of barrels and chests. This should be enough for now, but there's more space downstairs when all these chests are full. And we can just extend the storage space like down into this tunnel further back. And if we go down here, I've managed to get the pipe working properly. I think I've got a pump on this end, powered by water wheels, and a pump on the other end, also powered by water wheels. So that should do the whole length of this pipe. And I've increased the gear ratio, so that should pull out pretty quick from our lava sucking machine and drain that pretty quickly. So let's go test that. Actually, I haven't even tested it yet. Oh, I hope it works. Okay. So when we bring the lava tank home, park it here. The pipe automatically connects, and yeah, awesome. It starts pulling the lava out straight away. But it's not pulling it out. It's still at 227. Why? Did I do something wrong? Yeah, look, they're not increasing. Well, I can see lava particles in this pipe. It's obviously filling up. But none in this half of the pipe. So maybe this tank is the issue. Yeah, it's not. It's like it's not going into this tank. For some reason. Why? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Any ideas? Any ideas what the issue could be? Oh, well, I just broke this tank and put it back, and that fixed it. So I don't know. Maybe just a weird bug. Because now this pipe is filling with lava, and these tanks, yeah, look, there we go. They're increasing. So then this tank it will fill up from this tank, and then that will go through this pipe into this one. So this tank will fill up first, and then when this is completely full, the other one will fill up. And then that's like 4,000 buckets worth of lava, which is tons. We should be able to drain the whole world of lava pools. Yeah, there we go. It's pulling it out pretty quick too. So let's go grab a bucket, and then we can test the spout and the drain mechanism and see if that works properly. Because if we ever need a lava bucket for whatever reason, you can't just pull it straight from the tank. You need this spout. So we put that there. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that fills up. Then the spout fills up again for the next one. And then if we want to drop off any lava buckets we have, or anything we find, maybe in chests or anything, stick them in the drain. And it goes back into the tanks. Yeah. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. That was a fun little project. And I think it looks really cool, just kind of hidden at the back of this cave. Just the orange glowing away underneath this small building. And now that we have this, we can go out into the world and drain all the lava pockets, get rid of them. Yeah, I thought that was a nice little build, actually. I didn't really feel like doing anything too extreme, but this was a good little build, and it's been helpful for me because I need more storage and I needed more lava storage. So yeah, a nice little addition to our home. Our beautiful home. Well, I think that's gonna do it, guys. We didn't do a whole lot, but I guess we were somewhat productive in what we made. It's useful. More storage, more lava storage. These are things we needed, right? So let's not beat ourselves up too much for not having done a great deal of progress. But yeah, that's kind of how it is right now. But that's okay. And I know I'm not the only one who feels like this. And for those of you that also seem to get a bit affected, and maybe not even necessarily by the seasons, you know, we can't always be up. Sometimes we go down for whatever reason. But you're not the only one that feels that way. Don't worry. It's just part of life, I guess. I guess it keeps things interesting. But yeah. I think the reason I share these kind of things with you guys is for two reasons. One, I think for myself, I think it feels good to be honest, regardless of whatever the situation is that I'm being honest about. I'm there have been times in some videos where I've just wanted to tell you how good I'm feeling, right? How happy I am with the state of things and the state of this channel and everything. Because I think it's important to share when you're up and not just vent when you're down. And secondly, I think sharing what is quite an intimate thing, I suppose, how you're feeling. It doesn't really have anything to do with Minecraft. Sharing that with essentially strangers feels like a very real way to truly connect. Because a lot of videos and a lot of YouTube is very high energy, positivity, progression, and look what I did, look how amazing I am. Not to demean anyone by saying that, but that is a lot of the vibe. And I don't know about any of you, but sometimes it leaves me feeling a little lesser for not having done all of these amazing things that every person on YouTube seems to be achieving. So I think somebody being a bit more real about how they feel and how amazing they're not sometimes, maybe that could help at least somebody who also feels that way. I'm not perfect, and neither are you. And I think the best way to deal with that very real fact is to accept it, to embrace it. We're not perfect. Sometimes we'll be progressing and achieving things, and then it's fine to say, look at me, look what I've done, because we should be proud of our achievements. But sometimes we just do nothing and we feel like doing nothing, and it can be very easy for our minds to make us feel guilty and I guess kind of worthless, right? In comparison to what we're seeing from everyone else in the world. But that's not true. And those same people that we can look up to and admire for all the amazing things they're doing, I guarantee you they also feel like this sometimes. For whatever reason, whether it's the seasons changing or things in their life isn't going perfectly. Yeah, this is all normal. And I think I'm saying this as much to you as I'm saying it to myself. Because I think sometimes, every now and again, we all need to hear this. It's normal to go up and to go down. That's life, right? That's life. Anyway, that's gonna do the episode, guys. I hope you don't mind me sharing things like this sometimes. I know for a fact that some of you do genuinely appreciate it. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is a Minecraft channel, right? So don't worry, I'll bring it back round to good old-fashioned Minecraft content next episode. But every now and again, you're gonna get a little outpouring of honesty from me, because that's just the way I am. I like to be honest about how I feel, because some of you guys might feel the same way. Anyway, that about does it, I think. there's just a little bit of time left for something I like and want to share with you. Now, over the years, I have read quite a few books by a very interesting man called Graham Hancock. His theories on the past, the ancient history of humanity, fascinate me, truly fascinate me. And amazingly, Netflix have finally created a series around all of his theories and ideas about the unknown origins of humanity. And obviously they go against the conventional understanding of history and prehistory. But I find that fascinating. I think it's arrogant of us to assume we know everything. How possibly could we? We are tiny little beings that live in a tiny little sliver of time with no real way of knowing much of anything other than what we can perceive within our little sliver, you know? So I think it's fascinating, and I'm so happy that hundreds, if not thousands of people, if not millions of people, will now be just at least made aware of all of these very interesting, very intriguing mysteries surrounding the prehistory of humanity. So yeah, if that sounds fascinating to you, go give it a watch. I think there's some incredible mysteries out there, and when the preconceived arrogances of older generations finally steps aside and the new generation of explorers who may have watched this series and then go on to uncover these great mysteries, that is something exciting to me. That's something to look forward to. Anyway, guys, I think that about wraps it up. Maybe next episode we'll finally get round to building the bakery. I have about 75% designed. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care.